All good. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Curran Jake College Football Podcast for episode 13, and it's a little different this week. Let's go ahead and get these graphics up so we know what I'm talking about here today. We're doing week 13 and 14 today because next week is our Thanksgiving break, and we're not going to be here to do an episode. All right, so Jake, you want to talk about our week 12 recap today?
All right, week 12 was kind of an interesting week. We had a bunch of kind of upsets. Some games, were good. Some games were meh. I think the best way to start it off would be recapping Indiana beating Wisconsin. Now, this game was honestly really close.
Hold on. What is the Indiana?
Wait, did I say Indiana?
What is the Indiana, Jake?
Do
you want to give the viewers?
I have no clue
what Indiana is.
Did I say Indiana?
You said Indiana.
My bad. Indiana beating Wisconsin 31-7. Now, this game was it was pretty close in the first quarter, and then Wisconsin's defense, we've kind of dogged on them, and they just let up. Like, Fernando Mendoza just had a heck of a game after the first quarter, man. It was... You got anything to say?
No, it's just that this Wisconsin team is pretty bad. Indiana gets another free win. But now, I can't be talking about that because the SEC's got a cupcake schedule this week.
Yeah, they do.
Except for two teams we'll get to later.
Yeah.
But going on to our next game from week 12, we had Notre Dame beating Pitt. This is where College Game Day was. Aaron Donald was there as the guest picker. And he took his shirt off and was flexing with Pat McAfee the whole time, while Pitt was getting destroyed by Notre Dame. They lose 37-15.
Dude, there were some insane catches in
this game. Pitt did not show up to this game. This was a fighting chance for them. If they won this game, they would have had a fighting chance to go to the ACC championship and then maybe the playoffs.
Maybe. But honestly, I think now Notre Dame is at a spot now where we can say they deserve to be in the top 25 now.
Yeah, I mean, they went 0-2 at the start of the year and haven't lost since.
I know, so... But that does mean that one more loss in their playoff.
Yeah.
So that I think what happened was they realized that too. Realized, oh crap, we lose one more game and then we're gone. And I don't know what happened. They just put something together and they have not lost since. And they haven't really been that close either.
Yeah.
Granted, I think half the teams they've played haven't been too terribly good. But I mean, you start 0-2 and now you're looking like a genuine playoff team. So hey, good for them.
And then going on to one of my most favorite to least favorite games of the day.
Oh, my God.
Texas A&M beating South Carolina 31-30 after South Carolina was up 30-3 at halftime. South Carolina didn't score a single point in the second half. All they needed was a field goal, and they would have won the game.
And what's even crazier is, I'm looking at this game thinking, oh, my gosh, this is what we thought was the number one
This
team.
was Lenore's Sellers. This is what he was supposed to be playing all season.
Now, the end score is what we would have hoped it would have been at the beginning. But I'm thinking, oh, my gosh, this Texas A&M defense, they have barely let up that many points in a while. Like, usually they've held teams really good. Mm-hmm. And then I see, it's 30-3. And I'm thinking, oh, my gosh, this might be – because I still believe after this game they're still the number one team in the nation. But then they scored on every single drive after that. That is, like –
insane.
And all I'm going to say is Shane Beamer, I think at this point now, he's in the hot seat. And he's a good coach.
He's a good coach, but he just can't win.
I know. And it's just a weird spot of where they're in right now. You were expected to be this great team. I mean, your quarterback was dubbed the freakiest athlete of all time.
What?
But, do you not remember? I said that the first episode.
No, I don't remember that.
But you had a 27-point lead on debatably what should be the number one team in the nation. And you sold away that.
They needed one field goal in the second half, and they would have won this game.
They just needed to score in the second half.
That's what I'm talking about.
They just needed to score to just give them a chance, but they didn't, and they let Texas A&M little bro them.
Mm-hmm. So there was a tweet at halftime from A&M that said there will be a second half. There was a second half from this A&M team.
Honestly, just goes to show when they play mediocre, they just still find a way to beat you, and it's crazy.
Yeah, so I think Notre Dame is my favorite right now to win the whole thing.
No, it's still Texas A&M for me.
That's what I just said.
You said Notre Dame.
I said A&M.
I swear you just said Notre Dame.
I said A&M.
All right.
A&M is my favorite to go all the way, right, as of right now.
Well, who knows? We still got, 2 games left in the regular season?
They got. Let's talk about this. Actually, no, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, but, I mean, what a game. Oh, just sad for South Carolina. But moving on, we got Michigan beating Northern Western, a lot closer of a game than I thought it would have been.
Michigan has to win off a game-winning field goal against Northwestern.
This Northwestern team, I'm starting to think there might actually just be decent. Like, they held Ole Miss pretty close. They've now held Michigan. They led against Michigan.
Northwestern played Ole Miss this year? I don't think they did.
Didn't they not? Or that
was Washington State.
Right. I know they played someone.
They beat Penn State.
That's who I'm thinking.
That's what got
Penn State's downfall.
That's what got Franklin's firing.
Now he's rehired. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, honestly, it does make me wonder: is this the year the Michigan curse ends when they play Ohio State, or does it continue?
It's still going to be a good game, no matter how bad you talk about Ohio State, how bad you talk about Michigan. It's still going to be a close and good game. But maybe Ohio State finally gets the win this year.
Breaking a 5-year curse at this point, I think?
I mean, Michigan was bad last year, and you saw how they ended that season, beating Ohio State and then beating Alabama in a bowl game.
Still my favorite fight of the last season. Oh, man, that was a fun Thanksgiving.
All right, and then going on to our next game. Arizona State, the team that rivals South Florida with being taken out and putting back in the rankings the most time this season. They beat West Virginia 25-23, and I'm not going to lie, who is watching West Virginia football in the year 2025 if you're not from West Virginia?
I could not tell you. From what I could tell, I mean, these teams were both pretty evenly matched, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arizona State has been way overhyped. I think they've been put in way too many times at the top 25. And they should have only had to been taken out once. They've been taken out, 3 times by now?
Something like that.
So, I mean, a win's a win for Arizona State, but when you were supposed to be the supposed 13th best team in the nation at the beginning of the year, yeah, I don't think they're getting back in.
It's Cam Scadaboo effect. Going on to our next game, we have Miami beating NC State 41-7. And remind you, this is the NC State team that blew out an undefeated Georgia Tech team, and Miami goes in and wins 41-7.
Carson Beck finally looked like the quarterback we had said he was until he decided just to become like Sid the Sloth and start throwing picks. But in truth, like, he had a dominant game this game. Like, it was, when I was looking at the highlights and stuff and the game recaps, like, it was insane, some of these passes he was making.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, Miami is definitely still a contender, I feel like, honestly, I think I'm going to make this prediction now. I think it's going to be Miami and Georgia Tech in the ACC championship. That is where I think it will head. But
what's the other team in that category that was up there? Oh, Louisville dropped out. So yeah, it's gonna be Miami, Georgia Tech, because Louisville fell out of the rankings. Twice in a row now.
Yeah, it's so that's now when it comes to who I think will win that game, probably might be Georgia Tech.
It's definitely Miami. Don't overhype Georgia Tech.
I don't know.
They are still,
I think
they are still a lower tier ACC school compared to Miami, which is top of the top ACC.
I honestly, I'm still going back and forth on it. I think the Georgia versus Georgia Tech game will really
seal the deal.
If they win that game,
that game was close last year.
Oh, it was very close.
If they can do that, they might have a chance against Miami.
Who knows? But we'll have to see. All right, next we got USC beating Iowa 26-21. This game was just weird. I watched a bit of it. It was weird.
I was going into this. I'm like, Iowa. I don't really know much about Iowa, and then I see them almost beat Oregon, and now they play another close game against USC. This Iowa team's not looking that bad this year. They are 6-4, so I mean,
they're just. I think from what I've seen, they're struggling just to get these big, kind of like the James Franklin Penn State. They're struggling to get these big wins.
Yeah, I think if you beat Iowa, that's like a good quality conference win. That's kind of like if you're on Alabama in the SEC. That's like beating.
I'd say that's beating that's like beating. Shoot, I feel like every team is.
That's like beating just a basic mid team.
Florida.
No, Florida's definitely below.
No, I'm talking about before this. Before this.
LSU.
LSU before LSU.
LSU's too good to be that mid.
I don't know.
If we're talking about,
I feel like in the SEC,
like a Vanderbilt,
I feel like in the SEC,
like a Mississippi State.
There we go.
There we go. Mississippi State. There we go.
It's kind of hard, and just to go a little off time. Well, like when we talk about the SEC, it's really hard because you're either really good
or really bad.
And even our bad teams can still beat other teams really bad. But
that is so true. What's his name? Dave Portnoy.
Yes.
He's the Michigan guy. He's like, oh, Michigan will beat every team in the SEC.
No, he wouldn't.
Bro, they literally lost to Oklahoma this year. I don't want to hear about it.
And like people try to keep saying the Big Ten's better. Yeah, you guys got.
It's really not. They have Ohio State.
You got
and no one else.
Yeah, let's be real here. You all have like what, 5 good teams? Let's be real. And half.
Not even 5.
I'm just talking about 5 teams I can name off the top of my head.
Ohio State, maybe Indiana, maybe Oregon.
Oregon, UCLA, and Penn State.
You put them all against Georgia. I think Georgia beats all 3 of them.
Oh yeah, no doubt in my mind.
A&M beats all 3 of them.
And let's be real here. We're in the South. The SEC is gonna just be better. Let's be real here.
It doesn't matter where you're from. The SEC is better.
All right. So now we got Georgia Tech beating Boston College 36-34. A lot closer of a game than I thought it was going to be.
Sums up with Georgia Tech, bro. They played a phenomenal start to the year, and now they're losing.
Yeah.
Beating a bad Boston College team by 2 points is not a good look if you're trying to make your conference championship game. That is not a good look at all.
Also, Haynes, I feel like that one loss has kind of affected Haynes King a little bit.
Let's see. Haynes King. No, it has not. Haynes King, 26 for 34, 371 yards and a touchdown.
I must be thinking of the wrong person, though.
Oh, shoot. Dylan Lonergan is the Boston College quarterback? I did not know that.
Really? That's it. But, I mean, either way, Georgia Tech was beating out, good or bad, they were blowing out teams. But now it seems like the breaks have kind of started a little bit, you know?
Well, Dylan Lonergan literally had pretty much the exact same stat line as Haynes King, so that makes sense.
But either way, wins, like I said before, wins a win. Georgia Tech ultimately got the dub. And either way, let's see. I'm interested to see how they do in next week when they play Georgia.
I'm looking at this game. Boston College is now 1-10.
Oh my god!
And they were up 28-17 going into the fourth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Georgia Tech scored 19 points in the fourth quarter.
I know, honestly, on one hand, I kind of wish Boston would have won just because, just see
they are 1-10 now. That is insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna take back my pick. I think Miami's going to the ACC.
There's no competition at this point. Georgia Tech.
I know they've had the losses, but right now
they were top of the top. They're back to mid.
Now a game I'm gonna have fun talking about: Oklahoma beating Bama. You want to talk about this, or you want me to talk about it?
I can talk about it a little bit. Let me just get the stats pulled up real quick because
the stats are the best part for as an Auburn fan. The best part because y'all had more yards, more rushing, more passing.
Yeah, our run game was so bad.
Yeah, but y'all had more yards than I'm pretty sure Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's because they had defensive touchdowns.
Yeah. But also
that's their defense. You talk about A&M's defense being number 1. Oklahoma's defense is number 2 then.
Oh, yeah.
In the nation.
Oh, yeah.
In the nation.
Yeah.
Because, look, Ty Simpson, 28 for 42, 326 yards, a touchdown, and a pick 6. I think it was a pick 6.
I think it was, too.
Yeah.
But also, what's crazy, how many yards did Ty Simpson have in passing?
326.
Yeah. John Mateer had maybe 130, a little bit over that.
Yeah, he had something like that. He had 130. Yeah.
Now, I think we should talk about, y'all's kicker.
Oh, dude.
That he should not be getting onto his long snapper like that.
No, you see the review of that kick, the snapper did nothing wrong there.
It was a little high, but that was no excuse
for how he kicked it.
Like, he got it down. That was on him. And
he just has he has not been that good all year.
Exactly.
That is our weakest point on the team is our kicker.
And I'm sorry, but that was pitiful of him to get mad at him. That was pathetic.
Yeah. But I will say, both teams now 8-2. Both teams are still top 10. I could see this going. They play each other in the first round.
Yeah, but we'll get to that because there is something I am very excited to talk about, but that will go for our Week 14 predictions.
Yeah. What's the next game on this list?
We got Ole Miss beating Florida 34-24. Honestly, a little bit of a closer game than I thought. I think Ole Miss's defense kind of struggled a little bit, kind of contained. Because I don't think Florida's pass game was that good, but I think their rushing game was actually not too horrible this game. I know DJ Lagway didn't do too bad, but, Ole Miss's offense just took advantage of a weak Florida defense, honestly.
Yeah, dude, that Florida had, 15 injuries
Yes.
going into this game.
It's funny. I keep seeing this ad on college football games where it's like a guy getting a tattoo, and you see, all the years crossed out, and he's like, this is Florida's year. And I saw, a 2025 tattoo, and I said, nope, no, it's not. What do you see?
I'm just looking at the stats. I want to say his name is Keywan Lacey. Ole Miss's running back had 224 yards.
Yeah, he had
and 3 touchdowns.
He had a fun game.
That's not even the best running back performance though from this week though.
But it's still fun. He had a fun game this week.
Are we even gonna get to that game? I don't even know if it's. Oh, it is on here. It's just second to last. All right, our next game we have Georgia beating Texas, and guess who didn't look good again? Arch Manning.
And this made Gunnar Stockman into the Heisman talks.
Stockman is crazy.
It's crazy because, I see him on a bunch of...
No, I was just saying it's crazy you called him Stockman.
Oh, it's a bad habit. I find it so funny because I mispronounced it, the first time I ever said it, and I've just kept saying it like that. But in truth...
Caden's not going to be too happy about that.
We need to get Caden back on here, though.
He might do a call-in calling you out.
Oh, yeah, he probably will. But in truth, though, this Georgia, in... Texas's defense was what we thought might hold them to be a closer game.
No, Gunnar Stockton had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know, but Texas, or not Texas, why am I just saying Texas? Texas has a decent defense. It's their offense that's strong, and we can clearly see they only scored 10. But I would have thought their defense would have been probably a bit better, as much as we've dogged on Arch Manning, I will say their defense at least has been somewhat consistent this season, and this game, they just looked bad.
Hey, they put up more points on Georgia than Ohio State.
Yeah, that's fair. But either way, Georgia. Right now, Georgia, if Alabama loses to Auburn, which we'll get into soon, Georgia will be probably playing Texas A&M.
Yeah. Let's see. We have Ohio State beating UCLA 48-10. Blowout game.
Everyone who said UCLA was going to have a comeback after the Penn State win.
No.
I'm sorry, y'all were dumb.
And then I put BYU beats TCU 44-13 on here.
Good comeback win after Texas Tech.
Yeah. And then
this game.
What I want to talk about real quick is everybody's like, Jeremiah Love's the best running back. I still think he is the best running back, but Amon Hardy.
Dude, he is insane.
On Missouri, when they played Mississippi State, let me pull up the exact stats.
And we knew Missouri arguably has the best run game in the SEC.
25 carries, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns for Amon Hardy.
Insane. That is
on a backup quarterback. That is say. But now they got to go into they got to go to Oklahoma. I think they're playing at Oklahoma, which is one of the best defensive lines in college football. So I don't know if he's going to be able to do that again.
We've seen Missouri, while their run game is great, their pass game has a lot to be desired.
Yep. All right, and moving on, let's talk about some breaking news from this past week. We got James Franklin going to Virginia Tech. He's going back home.
Oh, what's crazy is they've already shown the next season he might only have one ranked matchup, and that would be Miami.
Wow. Hey, this is an okay hire for James Franklin. This is a absolute massive signing for Virginia Tech. This is probably the greatest signing. All he has to do is get a couple winning seasons, and he might go down as the greatest Virginia Tech head coach of all time.
Oh yeah, this, and especially with the season they're about to have next year, they should have a winning season.
This is good for James Franklin on the fact that if he can just win games, he doesn't have to win the big games anymore. He's not gonna have one big game. He's not gonna have them as much. He's not gonna get blamed as much because he's not on Penn State. He's on Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
I think this was a right move for him instead of going to an LSU, maybe Florida, and playing those big games, and you're gonna continue losing big games.
Now, speaking of that stuff, we have to talk about the Lane Kiffin, because right now, no one knows what his decision is.
Lane Kiffin is staying. That is true. He just beat Florida. I don't think he wants to go to Florida. I think Florida has been off the table for a while.
But it's great. Like, the fact that Ole Miss had to say something just to, like, get him to make a decision.
Hey,
He's probably signified himself as the funniest coach in the SEC.
He's doing what Myles Garrett did this NFL offseason. He's like, I'm going to get out of here unless y'all pay me. So I bet the only reason I see him leaving is if he wants to go to the NFL and take the Giants job.
Yeah, but either way, like we've said it before, it would be dumb for him to leave. He has literally
everything he wants.
All the tools.
And like Ole Miss is not even a bad school. They're a top 5 school in the SEC right now.
Yeah, and they're probably one of the most consistent schools we've talked about this year.
Yeah. All right, and then going on to we'll hold on the tiebreaker. We'll go on to Jake Gardner going to Kyle Field this weekend. One of the cupcake games for the SEC. Sanford is going on the road to Texas A&M.
You know,
you think Jake's gonna kick a game-winning field goal? I hope he does.
I hope he does, but
I need A&M to fall down so Bama could go back up.
Shoot. So for our prediction, who do we choose? I don't know.
We'll give it a. It's either gonna be A&M blowout or Jake Gardner
winning field
goal.
Yeah, that's our pick. That's ours because on one hand we want to choose. You know, I don't know about you, but I knew Jake pretty well. I feel like, and I just hope the best for him, man.
All right, and going on to one of the more controversial topics right now, SEC championship tiebreakers, because there's A&M, and then there's a 3-way tie between Bama, Georgia, and Ole Miss.
All teams in red.
So right now, Ole Miss is last because they haven't played Georgia or Bama.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, they played. Did they play Georgia? They lost to Georgia.
Right.
So they're last. Georgia second because they lost to Alabama. And Alabama and Ole Miss don't play. So,
yeah.
And Alabama has only, after that Oklahoma loss, they have one conference loss, and they're still sitting at that second spot in the SEC. Now, all they have to do is just get this cupcake game out of the way and beat Auburn. If they can beat Auburn, they're locked in the playoffs, locked in the SEC championship, and that is always a good sign for Bama.
All right, and this is where I'm going to start talking. This is a night game at Auburn. Nick Saban.
With a bad Auburn team.
But Nick Saban has said that play, and you and me should both know, we've seen some weird stuff happen.
Yeah, I've seen Jalen Milroe and Isaiah Bond there. That's what I've seen.
I've seen Bo Nix in the 2019 season turn up. We have the iconic 2013 kicks.
Exactly. Y'all haven't won since 2019.
But, no, it's been a little bit. It was like 2021 or something. But either way, here is what everyone has said, and I honestly cannot agree with this more. Y'all are coming in with everything on the line. Y'all are all in.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn, on the other hand, we've got nothing to lose, and that is scary.
Auburn always has nothing to lose.
No, but think we've done better after Hugh Freeze got fired. We're sitting out Ashton Daniels this week we're gonna have Deuce Knight start.
Boom! That's better for us. Get the freshman out there against Alabama's defensive line.
No. Deuce Knight is not starting against y'all. We're sitting out Ashton Daniels this week. I said this week.
My fault.
Listen.
My fault.
I said this week.
My fault.
But, either way, this is going to be either very interesting or very sad.
Hey, just because y'all played decent against Vanderbilt does not mean y'all going to play decent against us.
We don't know. But either way, let's get to our Week 13 preview. We're going to go over Week 13 and Week 14, and let's get it going. All right, we got Missouri, number 22 Missouri at Oklahoma. We've already kind of talked about Oklahoma's defense.
This is my game of the week right here because it's either Missouri's going to dominate the run or Oklahoma's going to stop their run, and that's how the game's going to go.
But honestly, I'm going to take Oklahoma just because Oklahoma does a really good job of stopping run game in general, and that is Missouri's strongest point. And I'm sorry, but I don't think Missouri is strong enough to defeat that weakness.
I need Missouri to win so Oklahoma can fall out of the playoffs, but I got Oklahoma winning this. I think they're going to stop Amon Hardy like Bama did.
Yeah,
if you just have a good defensive line, I think you're going to stop them. Mississippi State definitely does not have a good defensive line.
Yeah.
That's how Missouri destroyed them, but Oklahoma's getting this win.
All right.
It might be a close game, but Oklahoma's got this.
All right, then we got Miami at Virginia Tech. James Franklin's first game with Virginia
Is he
Tech.
actually coaching this game, or are they waiting till next season?
I'm pretty sure he's coaching this game. You can look it up to make sure I'm not wrong, but I think he's starting that game. And honestly, even if he is, I think Miami will get the win with that game, because either way, that will be James Franklin's first game. I hope they keep it close, but right now, I think Miami with Carson Beck, if they can play how they did last week, it will be a good game for them.
I'm not seeing a definitive answer on here, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who do you think would win?
Miami.
Yeah. I'll let you do the name.
All right, and then we have Kentucky at number 14, Vanderbilt. Kentucky's been getting some sneaky wins in there. They've been playing close games against everybody in the SEC, but it's at Vandy. I think Pavia's got this one. I'm gonna give it to Vandy, but it's gonna be a close game.
Yeah.
Because this is a rivalry.
But honestly, I think Vanderbilt will come out with the win on this one. They're the 14th ranked team. Diego Pavia is still scrappy. I think Vandy will win this.
I like how they're the number 14th team, but they're like, hold up. They're the 6th SEC team in the rankings.
Yeah, and here we're gonna have to kind of speed through and then get to week 14 because there's a lot of games.
Yeah, there's just a lot of cupcake games for week 13.
Honestly, the only really other game worth talking about is Tennessee at Florida, and let's be real here. As inconsistent as Tennessee is, this should be a fun game for them.
No, you're forgetting what could be game of the week. Number 15 USC at number 7 Oregon.
Ooh, that is a good game. Honestly, though, I think
USC gets the upset here.
I think Oregon wins. That's where I'm going to go with that. I think Oregon, Dante will turn up this game, I feel like.
I think Lincoln Riley is going to have one of his better coaching days against Oregon instead of a bad one against Iowa.
Fair enough. All right. But here, let's go on to our rivalry week of week 14, man. And look, this is my favorite week of college football. Mm-hmm. This is the funnest week. This is where the craziest crap happens. So let's start off with Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Right now, Ole Miss is elite compared to Mississippi State. And honestly, I think now we can never forget the celebrating touchdown of 2019 that costed Ole Miss. I watched that game live and it was so funny. It's still in my brain, but I think Ole Miss is going to get that. We got Georgia at Georgia Tech.
That's going to be a good game.
That will either be a great game or a very bad one.
It was a really good game last year. I hope they do it again.
But honestly, I'd say give me Georgia. Georgia plays a lot more consistent than Georgia Tech has recently been playing.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Georgia as well.
All right, next we got LSU at Oklahoma. LSU just has not been solid as we hoped this season. Mm-hmm. So honestly, give me Oklahoma. Yeah, debatably the second best defense in the nation.
I'm going to go Oklahoma as well.
Next we have Vanderbilt at Tennessee. Now, when Coach Newman was on here, he was right. I do not like Tennessee. I still don't like Tennessee. Give me Vanderbilt. I think they will find the holes in this. They will find the holes in this weak Tennessee defense.
They will, but you know what? Like every other team, they will, like every other team has. So I'm gonna go Vandy as well.
Exactly.
I've never thought I'd be saying this. Vandy's beating Tennessee. That is a crazy statement.
We got Texas A&M at Texas. This is gonna be a blowout win. This should be a blowout win.
This should be Arch Manning. You're back on the bench, buddy. Bring the backup in.
Bring the backup.
Bring the backup. Arch Manning's getting injured or he's getting benched.
No, he's
by the second quarter.
Both. He's getting both. This Texas A&M defense is elite compared to the mid-Texas offense. Give me Texas A&M, no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Next, we got Missouri at Arkansas. Arkansas has continued to struggle. Give me Missouri.
Yeah, I'm going to go Missouri.
Sorry, you go.
One game I do want to talk about. This is always a great game because, they're going to fight at the start of the game. They're going to fight middle of the game. They're going to fight at the end of the game. UCLA, USC. I know UCLA has been pretty bad, but I don't know, man.
These teams hate each other.
If USC gets destroyed by Oregon, their confidence is going to go down. They're going to start wanting to fight. UCLA players are going to get all those penalties, and they might lose.
Yeah.
But
we do have Ohio State and Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I think this is the year Ohio State breaks the curse.
I think it is too. This Michigan team has been pretty bad all year.
Yeah. And now to end off our week 4 with probably me and his favorite game of the year, Auburn at Alabama. You know me, I bleed orange and blue. Weagle, War Eagle. Give me Auburn. We got nothing to lose. It's at Jordan-Hare at 6:30, a night game. Give me Auburn. We got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I think this dude's a clown. I think this dude's a bozo. This dude is absolutely out of his mind right now. He thinks this not even pretty bad. This is really bad. Auburn team is gonna defend at home against the number 10 team in the nation in Alabama. Ty Simpson's gonna go off. He's gonna have 400 yards. Daniel Hill or Jam Miller, I don't know who's gonna be playing, is gonna get at least 100 yards. And that's how we're gonna end off the episode. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Have a great Thanksgiving, people.
Yep.